so take it away, Bear.
We're going live. I will take it away, Sean, and it should be good. What do we have for colors? R5 is going to be red, and blue will be the Madmen. We have to pay attention. I'm actually going to watch RR's first rollout here to mid. He got caught by Seagull, I want to say, round 4 or 5 of that last game against Mix-Up. And if your demo dies before your scouts get to mid, it's kind of like game over for that fight. It looks like RR is not going to go to that middle health pack. Both demos kind of mirroring each other's rollout, except for RR is getting very aggressive on the right side. While the rest of the 5 dudes are here, and they're bombing the mid. Both red soldiers taking that middle height area. Big bomb coming in by Scarlet, that is Sheep. He gets shotty down by Blank. We're going to trade kills. There goes Downpour, so blue with an early advantage. And I actually think that R5 is going to have to back out. Duwatna gets caught. Demo down. Overseer's actually fighting a scout right now. I think she just hit an arrow. She's still alive. No, Alpha finally kills her. So a big kill at the end there. Looking at the med, Nosferatu still alive. So a big mid win for the bad guys. Uh-oh, Star.
Yeah, I was actually watching RR that entire mid fight. He showed up, just fired stickies over the point. It was a very slow, confident push into a complete victory right there for them. So we are seeing that they were able to push into the second point, like Shamba was saying, without any competition. They're here capping the point, and then it's going to be all up to see if they can actually pull off this final cap point.
Yeah, this is what Sean was saying, is really hard to push. We do have a heavy on defense. Full Uber for Nosferatu. The blue medic is ready to go with his. We do have Yuki sniping, so Nos has to be careful to get in without getting dropped. He will is in that far left area. There is the retreat back into spawn by red. They're going to be able to cycle back out. Sticky's on the point. This Uber has done
nothing. There's a bit of a standoff here. They're just sort of looking at the point. They're in completely, but there's nothing they can really do. They sort of retreated and went around them through the spawn point. They were actually able to get all of their health back. And it looks like a blue team here, Madmen, are just bleeding out over time, and they can't really get a good positioning. Finally getting onto the point, though. Scouts coming up to try and prevent it. It looks like red team should have enough players to actually get the wipe here and push out onto second.
Sean, that was crazy what they did. They pushed the Uber in far left and went straight upper, got no kills, and the Uber was over. They had 4 attackers above the spawn, and they just got kind of cleaned up. So, again, that pushed so hard.
I know,
yeah,
just,
it was,
was
kind of a standoff when Madmen just kept, they blobbed up along the left side and they just pushed them out, and then R5 just kept rotating away from them. I think they tried to push into lobby and see if they could get a couple picks away from the Uber, but Madmen just kind of blobbed, and it was a counter blob by R5, and now they're pushing with this Uber Bear.
Yeah, they got the Uber in. Not a lot for this red Uber as well. The soldiers trying to clean up, pick up some ground here. Big counter bomb coming in. Mike goes down. Duwatna catches 2. Blank and Mike go down. So I said bad Uber, but Duwatna makes it acceptable with those 2 star, and actually mid's gonna go. So a 2-point swing here for the good guys.
Yeah, we're seeing a lot of this too before. It's feeling very familiar here on Process, where blast push fails and then it's the other team's turn. Like, who's gonna get to blast and actually successfully do it first is the person who's gonna... Obviously, that's who's getting the point. Like, what am I even talking about?
Yuki just flanked, the Australian flanked, and actually took down Nosferatu at the end of that. I think Nos was pretty close to his Uber. That's a big pick because there's still 4 dead right now. Second goes down. This might be the best chance that R5 gets to push right in now before RR comes up, that demo comes up and puts a trap. But it looks like they're just
a little bit too late already. They do have a significant Uber advantage here, so I'm certain they're going to be pushing in as soon as that comes up and is available for them. We have Madmen with the heavy defending the point over here. Sniper as well, so 2 off classes, and they should be coming. They should be going in.
He got them.
He got him. He got him.
Overseer tried to get in and not pop that. We talked about it earlier, how important it is to get the Uber in, not get popped too early, but she dropped. Oh, catastrophe there. That's the price you pay, Sean, when you try to get in deeper with the Uber. Oh, man, that's big misstep. So now Blue's going to be able to repush. We are paused, by the way.
We have a pause here. They had to talk that over. Like, why did I just let them drop this huge Uber advantage that we have?
Yeah. So
was that a thing?
So, Sean, you talked about it earlier. You just push right in? Well, I mean, like, you just have to pop early and not even risk that?
I think someone has to spot the sniper. Maybe, I think you want to hold your Uber at least until you're, like, through the door. A lot of demos sticky the point or sticky. If you know he's sticking, like, bottom left or far left on the shutter, then you can kind of walk through main and you don't have to pop instantly. You can at least milk to a point like that, but maybe the sniper wasn't spotted. If it was, maybe he needs to take some spam before the medic peeks that angle, but unfortunately for R5, Overseer does get taken down. It was a good play by Alpha, and this is one of the reasons Process last. It's for that reason, it looked like R5 was poised with their Uber advantage to push, but then you got a heavy buffed up top, like during the pause, you can kind of analyze. They dropped Mela trying to jump in and salvage a push, but it may have been too early. But now you got 4 members of R5, and I don't think they're in an aggressive enough position to like do any sort of suicide. And even if they were, the heavy spun up there, and the demo still got his trap up. With the soldier and scouts right next to him. I don't think anything is going to come of this. I think
I got to point out, by the way, guys, that Memphis Vaughn, who's on heavy right now, he looks like my character from Skyrim right now. Like, when there's a pause, there's something better than looking at the fashion. Actually, Memphis Vaughn just messaged me as soon as I said his name there. Wow, it's kind of creepy. He's got the beard, helmet, and look at those eyes, Star. He's looking right into my soul right now.
Well, only if you tilt the camera in that direction. There's no Mona Lisa going on right now. He's just looking one way. Do you want him looking in your soul? That's the question.
I don't know. His eyes, like, he's all business. He's ready for any bombers that come at Mr. Memphis. He's going to pop him down. Nice hat from RR, the Rain Cloud. The TF2 fashion. I don't see anything crazy.
Hat check.
That's what we got to do. I mean, this
It's
game
paused.
is 98% hats, actually. I did the math the other day, so we got to see. Is there another unusual hat I'm missing other than the Rain Cloud?
Medic, I believe, has one.
Oh,
as
yeah,
well.
look at that.
Oh my god, look, it's so delightful. Look how cute.
And the corn pipe, or the whatever pipe with the, I don't even know what hat, a Manco unusual hat. That's some good stuff.
Oh, this is what the people came for. I'm so glad we got this pause. We can get this out of the way.
Man, I don't know. People give like the competitive community, they give you a lot of grief for being you, I guess, and then anyone who talks about hats gets grief. It's like, our hats don't matter. It's about the skill of the game. It's like, whatever, man. I like the look. Like, I appreciate the made up look of Memphis Vaughn's heavy. Okay, so let's find out why this pause is happening. I'm getting messaged by people.
Yes, I really can only imagine it happened because Overseer was just so upset and just destroyed her computer.
Negative. It is blank restarting router. I'll give you a heads up before unpause. So Memphis Vaughn is speaking weirdly to me. So that is the case. Blank is down. And that's too bad. We actually haven't had any major issues in the cast, other than the unwatchable, laggy STV of the other day. There have been no long pauses, so we were due for one of these.
Yes, absolutely. During the pause, this is one of the other things that I just absolutely had to say during the match, apparently, is to confirm that Downpour is bad.
Dang! I didn't see that one coming.
I had to. It was a thing.
Sean and I had
it's confirmed.
Yeah, Sean and I just had to duck because shots were fired. Let me take cover here. Wow, okay, so just in case you guys didn't know, it's been confirmed by the man himself. So yeah, I hit tab and I wonder about Yuki. He is from Australia. I don't even know what time it is over there, but he's playing with 200 ping. Star, I always have people's opinions. I don't know if you have one on the mega ping playing person. Do you think it's an advantage? Well, I don't know. People
think, I mean, certain fights, like Scout v Scout, I think it helps a lot. A lot of other things, not really so much. I think Scout v Scout is the biggest point where you'll see it become a factor. Because rockets, I mean, they're kind of reliable to hit the person one way or another.
I think it's a big disadvantage for projectile classes. Like 200 ping, you might as well just go pyro and try to hit scan people or something or whatever.
But yeah, playing as a scout, I would say the person who has the high ping has an advantage over the person with the low ping. It's always annoying. We do have this started back up once again. I think what we're probably going to see here is R5 just get their medic back up, start building Uber once again, and I don't really know if Madmen are going to be able to keep this. It looks like R5 actually is backing up, though. They probably could have maybe been able to hold it, maybe.
Well, you know, they got to wait. Nosferatu needs to get his Uber up right now. Of course, we're going to have people message in chat, like, oh, a HUD reload scheme, your HUD's frozen. The way that the Source TV works, at least, I don't know if it's all Source TV or ESEA, but it's just going to take as long as it's paused for us to get back to normalcy with our HUDs, so bear with it. Nosferatu does have Uber overseeing hers right now. They've actually pushed through the sewer door, and they're trying to get into middle without popping, and I actually think they have done that. They took some entry damage, but R5 can't really hold, and they are going to have to back out. Oh, they do have a sniper, Star.
Yeah, Yuki is peeking with the sniper, not able to hit anybody quite yet, has been taking a couple shots, I think 3 shots so far, that haven't really taken anybody down with them headshots. Looking for the medic right now who's hiding behind the crate, pretty much aware of it at this point, so I don't think they're really going to get anything with this sniper unless he pops out somewhere a little bit sneaky.
Yeah, in the meantime, they did delay enough to be able to defend their second. Overseer does have Uber up. Yuki, though, still sniping. It looks like he's committed to that. If there's a 6v6 fight, R5's going to be at a bit of a disadvantage. Of course, you can't kill as effectively unless you're Bloodsire or an AA member with Sniper. There's a play being made there by You Must Mike trading off with June. Actually, I think Blue is going to push off of this. They do. Both Ubers are going to be popped and choke. Kind of a weird play. Scout hopping around. Alpha's trying to make something happen, but everyone's just going to kind of retreat here, although there's the lagged out blank that we saw. That's why the pause. Boy, he's really laggy.
Yeah, that was a really weird initiation for an Uber. The scout went in and died, and they felt like that was an opening. During that fight, Yuki actually walked all the way back and I believe changed class. No, didn't change classes. Oh wait, no, my HUD is still just really messed up.
Do a HUD reload scheme, stop! Oh,
it didn't work!
Yeah, well, it was weird, but as we stand, we're just kind of resettled here. I think You Must Mike was thinking of going Sniper. That's what I first thought was when he kind of went in early. We do have Mela at middle.
I'm sorry, did something go on there? That seemed like a little bit laggy.
So another, yeah. Wasn't sure if it was paused or what.
No, something just stuttered.
No, in the meantime, Yuki and Mela did go down. Not sure why, they were all the way in mid, so maybe some miscommunication, but Duwatn is actually going to get caught out as well by Memphis Vaughn. 3 down, including Demo, and Overseer and company are going to back out. Both medics, actually Nosferatu has his, Overseer doesn't have hers, but they're going in-star. They're already in lower left.
It looks like they might actually be able to get this here. I believe we have RR on the point, throwing out stickies, trapping them in the door. It looks like they're definitely going to be able to get this without a problem. Just confidently right in there, gaining the first point for this match, going to the Madmen, and took quite a while to get there. I believe it was like 3 or 4 back and forths.
Yeah, that was a good round. First round, it's going to go 1-0 from the Madmen. They had a dominating mid, R5 with a close hold. Could have lost it right away, but they brought it all the way back, and now it's a good round to start out with here. Mid-fight number 2, again, RR's pushing up really aggressively on the right side, and his team is going to bomb around him. Maybe this, didn't see a lot of this play against Mix-Up, but Downfall is going to be the first to go down, down 4, sorry, and Scout with a big double onto Blank and Alpha, so Pocket and Scout, Duwatn as well, so it looks like R5's got this mid. Nosferatu's still alive, but he's being pressured right now. I believe that is Sheep. Sheep is on the medic, lower, takes Nosferatu down late into that fight. R5 with a big mid win. Overseer staying alive.
Who's Sheep?
Sheep is Scarlet. Okay, so I'm on this team. He's the roamer for R5. I'm sorry.
See, what you have to do in these situations when someone names like their ESEA name something different than what their actual name is, you gotta just call them Scarlet, and if they don't like it, they gotta deal with it.
Right, but his name really is Sheep. That's like his first name. He doesn't have a last name. No, I don't know if that's true.
I was born Sheepinson.
I met him, and his alias was Sheep, and I like that better because I think sheep are fun, and they make fun noises, so I'm just going to go with that. Did I hear an Uber being popped? We did.
Yes, Overseer popped very early this time, probably not wanting to get sniped this time. Alpha was on Sniper. They're going down, focusing firing on the Heavy, and once again, rotation has happened where Madmen have come around to the right-hand side to avoid fighting and then defending the control point after the Uber has faded. Scouts run on a point, looking like they may be able to get this here. Got it.
Nice. That was a really good push, man. They kept 6 alive. Blank was on spawn, so that was a 6v0. That's kind of how you do it, I guess. Overseer popped really early. They got to the Heavy, and the Madmen retreated to spawn like we saw R5 do, but they did not get out. They got out into stickies and were dead, so maybe you just sticky those spawn doors. I don't know. Anyway, mid-fight number 3, we're tied up 1-1. This could be a good one. Duwatn goes down very early. The Roamer special gets to mid so fast, drops the demo, and that is R5's mid over before the medic even got there. Overseer is back with Mela, and they're probably going to have to hold last. Wow.
Yeah, it looks like they tried something completely different that time and focus-fired the Demo Man a little bit more than they had in the past because he was really getting away free with whatever he was doing before, but definitely didn't work out for them. They are going to be able to hold this last point here, usually can't hold the second one as we've been saying, so Ubers are going to be even, and it's all up to whether or not Madmen can make this difficult last push.
Yeah, both medics getting Uber. Really fast-paced round here. It looks like the Madmen have committed to the far right here. I'm not sure if they're shooting at a sentry gun. No, they're trying to spam the Scout. Actually, You Must Mike goes in and drops Duwatn. Memphis trades, so 5v5 right now, but there's committed. Oh, Overseer goes down before she gets Uber. I don't know if it was a drop or if she got it was in the 90s, but that is it for this round.
That was an excellent push. They held that Uber charge so long, they didn't have to pop it until pretty much all of R5 was already dead.
Alpha goes 13 points there. Next person. Look at Alpha at 39 points. He is capping points. He is killing men. He's got 29. His medic at 27. So Alpha's having himself a game here. We're going to mid-fight. Number 4. See if R5 can come back. It's going to be one of those games where we go back and forth with mid-wins. RR gets clipped by a sticky at the beginning of this fight by Duwatna. He's very low. And look at the teamwork. Scarlet all the way in. Sheep drops RR for the domination kill. So we'll see if Blue can win this mid-fight without a demo. Big bomb coming in from Memphis Vaughn, but he's not getting enough done. Does actually drop Mela, but he's going to get cleaned up. The rest of Blue tucks tail and leaves. So we are kind of back and forth with these mid-wins, and now R5 has the dominant position.
Yeah, I'm going to say a big part of that mid-win there, too, was Duwatna put out an absolute ton of damage. The team focus fired it just the way they needed to, and they took that no problem. You said a sticky hit. What's-his-face in the beginning of that fight. So they're looking pretty good here, and these last pushes have been going lately a lot better than they had in the original round. So I think they're going to be able to take this one. Just, you know, throwing predictions out there.
Right, well, Nosferatu has his Uber, so definitely a defensive Uber. I'm not sure even Memphis Vaughn is running heavy, definitely tucked up in his nest or thinking about going. There he goes. He's tiptoeing over there, wants to get up into his safe little nook, his little heavy spot. But we're going to have snipers come in. There goes Yuki going into Sacrifice out. Will we possibly see a counter push trying to retake 2? I seriously doubt it, although they're getting in. Blank has moved up.
Medic is out there completely visible. They're doing some really risky stuff. They actually did pop their Uber charge. Very little awkward push there that they used, seeing that Yuki had sacrificed himself, probably going to switch for Sniper, but they take this moment to get in here and try and fire some shots. Memphis Vaughn on the point, going for air shots, and R5 is going to have to retreat from this, or they're surely going to die. Noman's taking a ton of damage. He's at 19. You don't want to say ton of damage. You want to say 19 health.
Right, wow. Nice pipe at the end there by Duwatna, but he is by himself. Well, he's got his medic, but only fragging class up. He's getting bombed at middle here.
Oh yeah, they are viciously chasing him down. They know he was at low health. He had a lot of time to regenerate some, but that wasn't enough. They got out too slow, and he's down.
Well, we criticized it, at least I didn't. I thought it was an odd decision to push 5v6. That's aggression, what it can do for you. You force the other team to make shots, and R5 didn't. 2-point swing now for Nosferatu and company. We are getting roamer pressure. Sheep getting pecked away in the far right side. He's going to be okay. Actually, R5 is coming back in here. They're trying to refight mid. Not exactly sure about this decision either. Yuki goes down. I'm sure that'll cause the retreat here. They're going to get bombed here at choke. Both medics are going to pop, but I got to think that RR and company, the Madmen, have a better Uber, and actually, there they go. They're going to back out, so that's all. We just got one death.
That wasn't too bad of a trade there. I mean, they sort of wasted both Ubers and delayed them a lot, where they probably would have been pushing onto 2, and they would have had to fight here and maybe lost it. But now it's just sort of nothing really happened, and they still have 2.
I thought the Madmen would get more aggressive there, but they didn't. Right now, they're getting into the second point. They're taking a lot of spam damage. Aggressive scout Yuki walks in and kills Blank, and Scarlet with the big bomb drops the medic on the backside. Nice timing by the scout soldier combo. R5 now big advantage.
There were so many air shot attempts on him. They just wanted to hit him in the air, and when he finally landed, just everyone around him blew up.
Mike, though, with a counter play out of Sewer, gets 3 with the help of his buddy. Alpha gets 4, so scouts turn the fight all the way around. Right now, we only have 3 alive on the map. Downpour is somewhere. No, he's dead. So for a moment, R5 completely wiped. Mike came out of Sewers with a vengeance star and just killed everybody.
Yeah, that was ridiculous. This is actually turning out to be like a really fast-paced match where they're getting kind of tired of sitting around, and Madmen is just really taking it to them every opportunity that they have. They just walked right in there, and they said, you know what, we're gonna get this.
That was crazy. That was Medic was healing the guys that Mike killed. So huge play by Mike. And Nosferatu has about a 25% advantage, which means a heavy will be on the map. There he is. It's Downpour. Yuki gets shut down by Mike, who's got 5 or 6 in a row. So a 5v6 situation. R5 on the back foot. Heavy trying to push the blue away. Big bomb coming in by Sheep. Not going to do much. I feel like the push is coming any second here. They
wanted to do it immediately. They were pushed up. Really wanted to get in there. Medic down already. R5 is taking a lot of losses. The heavy is getting pushed back into spawn. That's surely going to be stickied up, and they are going to get this for certain. They've just been playing so aggressive, and R5 hasn't been able to properly adapt to it. They're not, DMing them the way they probably should be, and they're winning really every single fight that they just rush into here.
I saw an air pipe by RR at the end of that, so 3-1 is the first half. Madmen definitely pulling away there, Sean Bud, towards the end. A lot of pace. Alpha, 2 doms, 40 points. You wouldn't think of all these players that Alpha would be the one to go that big, but he certainly is. 1 point under his medic. What have you seen that first half?
I'm seeing a lot of adjustments from both teams. I think you saw the gunboats take out I can't remember who did it first. I think it was Memphis did it first, I think, and took out Dawadna almost instantly. And then the very next mid-fight, R5 pretty much stole the play, and they noticed, RR was committing to the right side almost every time, and then he went down instantly that fight. So it's really good adjustments going back and forth between either team on middles. And then on last, it looks like I think Madmen have a slight advantage pushing last. They're blobbing up a little better and forcing... I think they're focusing a lot more on kills versus cap time. Also, I guess Overseer did have that one drop to the headshot, which was unlucky on R5's part. So maybe their last pushes aren't as bad as I'm making them out to be, but also the pushes out from Madmen, that's something you're going to start seeing a lot more often, I think. There's a lot of teams that are kind of adapting to the whole roamer play. I'd say let's just say it's countering, the HRG style of let's throw tag and shrugger until we get an advantage, and then we'll push,
So okay, so what's the counter then? You just push immediately after the sack?
Yeah,
okay.
You push on the pick. A lot of teams they suicide. It depends on the player too. Like a guy like Yuki, he's gonna come up like spy or sniper or something. Most likely sniper, right? So if you just Uber into their faces, then it's like a 6v5, but they have a sniper. And if you're Ubered with scouts on top of him, he's pretty useless. But if you give him a chance to, if you don't push out a last and you just sit there and you get stalemated, then they can just suicide a roamer, or they can just snipe and try 50 different angles until they do get a huge advantage, and then you lose the round. So
yeah,
it's kind of like it's a big risk. Not really that big of a risk, because you already got the pick. If you do it quickly and everyone's buffed, I think it's a good fight to take. It's a better time to take the fight than waiting for them to try to get an advantage on you on your last point.
I'm always good with the super aggression. I've also got word that it's live here, so what do you think they need to change? R5, it seems like they've had a chance in every one of these rounds, Sean. Is there something that you see that you'd make a change at halftime for R5 to maybe be more competitive, win a couple more rounds, or what?
No, honestly, I think this was pretty competitive. I think if R5, if they don't get sniped, they're pushing into last. I'd like to see how that round would have turned out. I think the mids are going well. I'd like to see Dawadna maybe bait that roamer suicide again, and maybe try and turn him into a pick instead of a kill against him on the middle early on. So we'll see how the mids work out. I'm gonna keep my eyes on the demos though, for sure.
Yeah. All right. Well, Mr. Star, how was that? I know you're worried about your guy and our teams.
I'm not worried about him. I mean, it's not the end of the world if they lose at the video game.
No, it is. It really is. I heard. No, you're right.
It's, I mean, things are looking bad, but we definitely did have a huge turnaround for Madmen in the last match that they played, so, I mean, anything is still definitely possible at this point with a 1-3. They still need to, win 2 more to win the game, so stuff can happen. Things can be done. They can definitely make some adjustments here and see what they've done wrong, see what they feel like they've done wrong. Maybe when they are throwing the players into suicide, they could actually, like, get people. That would be helpful.
That's true.
Just shoot the gun at the guys, and when they die, you say he's dead.
Damn. He's got it figured out, ladies and gentlemen. If that happens, they shoot the guns, we might see a completely different second half. I don't know. Big rollout for RR. Now we do have the Madmen on red, R5 on blue. Big aggression by both demos. Actually, Dawadna gets all the way onto the middle of the point. Very rare to see that by Demo. Very ballsy by him. Here comes the bomb. Right now, no one dead as of yet. Roamer's not getting a whole lot done. Damage. Everyone's in the red, it seems. Sheep gets piped off by the first kill by RR. And Memphis Vaughn is going to join him. Both Roamers go down. Trades left and right. Dawadna does go down. It's going to be tough to win this sustained fight for blue. But again, very even 4v4 matchup. Here comes the second bomb now by Blank. Oh my god, this mid-fight is teetering. Could go either way right now, but I believe with RR's stickies, they're going to just be able to eke this out. But R5, they're going to stay in. Ubers are going to be popped.
This is such a long fight that they've gained Ubered on the mid-fight before anybody was even able to capture it. There's so much stuff going on here. Mail is jumping in and bombing. It looks like our Madman was actually trying to retreat there. So many things.
Yeah, we haven't seen mid-fights usually without an Uber saw, where an Uber gets popped before, the cap is done or one team gets wiped. So I don't know. They were bombing. Everyone was escaping with like 30 health. But as we stand, red does get mid. Both Ubers were popped. Both medics stayed alive. So a very even mid fight. We are seeing the Madmen push right in. R5 is trying to defend. Blank goes down to Stickies. So no pocket. Here comes the bomb now by Sheep. He's actually electing to go behind into that sewer area, and that's going to be tough for these forward Madmen guys. They do actually kill Sheep. Nice reaction by the pipe by Duwadna. It rained a pipe on Mike's head. The home run pipe, and that I think will cue the retreat, but I don't think R5 is going to push this whole round.
No, Duwadna's coming right out here. He wants to get into a fight immediately. He doesn't really have too many teammates with him quite yet, so he's looking behind and waiting to see who's going to be here with him. Throwing the stickies down on the medic, forcing him to pop. So we do have a red Uber that has been used. Overseer doesn't have it quite yet. That's 96%. A little bit of a preemptive fight going on there. I don't think they were exactly ready to take that, but they really wanted it.
Yeah, I thought that they were going to back out. Now, Overseer does have Uber. We saw Nosferatu burn through his, but good Uber by Red because they do get the point. They won that fight cleanly. Respawn still coming in for R5. It would be a good time now before the defense is set up to try to get that play in, try to force Overseer's Uber here. But it looks like they're just going to wait. We do have Downpour running heavy, so it seems like every time a team is at last, the heavy has to come out. It's like a prereq. You're not doing it right.
Switched off it already. It looks like they might be deciding to get out here as quickly as possible. But I mean, Nosferatu's already gained 70% Uber. If they were going to do it, they should have done it a while ago. But it looks like they just aren't going to have a heavy for this defense.
Yeah, I think Downpour, I think you called it right. They were thinking of pushing, but they took way too much time. So they threw away a full advantage, which just, that Uber by the Madmen was just great. They got the points, and now they have Uber again ready to push in. We haven't really seen any pick sacrifice for pick classes out of them. They've just pushed in 6v6, confident in their DM ability to win the fight. But right now they've gained that lobby area, sort of, and are spamming. Both teams are kind of poking at each other from distance, and Layla's going to go down first. Wow, pocket down first. That's very rare, odd.
Yuki was on Sniper as well, able to get a couple of his shots, but nothing really significant, just a few body shots. They are really pushed in here with both Ubers used on the point. We're going to see who's able to take this one right here. Blue team looks like they're actually able to get them out with very little losses on both teams. RR does go down. They're going to push right
Look
on
at the
a little bit aggressive.
Alpha was tucked away behind. He's actually going for the cap. Will
Oh
he get
my
Alpha
God!
kills it? What? How did they not see him? He shot like a full load of 6 or 7 scatter shots.
He
and
shot
was
his load on him.
He
They didn't
shot
even
his
know?
load, and they didn't know. I guess it was one of those clear ones. And I don't know.
my
How did
God.
he miss it? That was crazy, and he just ducked away.
I didn't even see it. He
Okay.
should be in jail, man.
That was nifty and really a heartbreaker there after a good defense. I was like, I think I could win the game. I'm just gonna hide. And yeah, Duwadna goes down right away again. This wasn't the roamer play though. This was just 2 scouts getting very aggressive. No demo. Mela goes down. R5 need to get out of dodge right now. They're in trouble losing this game if they don't turn this fight around and keep Overseer alive. They will do that, but all of a sudden it's 4-1. R5 in a lot of trouble.
Yeah, this is definitely the score I predicted. Things are going the way I thought they were going to. A very close game at 4-1 right now. Things can still turn around, but it looks like Madmen they've figured something out on this map. They know exactly what they want to do, and they're executing it very well every time, which, I mean, I guess they know they want to sneak the scout in behind. That was all part of the plan.
I was watching it in third person, and I saw the red scout. I was like, what's he doing up there? Wait, what? No one sees him? Uh-oh. And then he capped, and it was funny, but we're not out of it quite yet. We did see a big comeback from the Madmen. Last game we saw from them, You Must Mike does go down to Sheep, and I believe R5 is going to try to get aggressive. Uber gets popped, both Ubers. Better Uber right now for R5, and they're going to push into mid, trying to get onto RR and company. RR is caught out. He's going to get away. No, he gets shotty down by Mela nicely. Fight going on at the choke, but R5.
This is the comeback that they need right now. The medic had to pop for Madmen because he was going to die. So Blue got the better pop there. They killed pretty much everybody. They're going to have a significant advantage to push here on last, and this really is the chance for comeback that they need. If they don't make this right now, I would say that they're definitely going to be losing very soon, just based on, like, morality, or not morality, it's the other word that means, like, the right thing.
Right.
Their morale.
No,
there
you're
you
right.
go.
During that, I was messaged by a certain person in the game, tell me that he got an air shot. Okay, so I'm not going to say it's air shot, no kill, worth watching. I don't know, but if you guys must know, Memphis Vaughn, and apparently in the future, it's an air shot. I don't know if that's going to stall the comeback.
He's on heavy right now, so this is going to be the greatest air shot you have ever seen.
Not impressed with on heavy. I think during that Uber Bear, I think Blank may have actually run out of rockets when they were pushing in the middle.
Oh, really?
I saw him whip out the shotty really early. I feel like he could have reloaded, but maybe he didn't run out of rockets. Anyways, looks like R5's Ubering the last two.
Yeah, there was a headshot on the entry. That's going to take down 2, actually. Blank is dead, but I don't think this is going to go. Where's the air shot, Memphis? It's hard to do it as heavy, but he'll just dominate. Overseer, actually, with the heavy. She's stuck in the point too long.
Look at the control point time. It was like, it was capped, and the game just didn't want it to end.
Yeah, it was really close. I kind of thought they were going to hold. I don't know. I should have gotten more excited. Pressure on the second point. That's going to go as well, so I guess we'll have to wait a little longer to see this majestic air shot. I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, really looking forward to that heavy air shot. I've got my eyes peeled for this one.
He's back to Soldier, though. It'll be okay. So R5, they're actually down 90% in Uber as well, so they need to be really careful here. Comeback came just a little bit too short. So close. I really want to say nipple hairs away, but I probably won't. Oh, now we're paused? No, it's lagging.
No, now we're in TF2. Memphis on jumping on top of the point. We're waiting for this air shot coming in, getting very aggressive on him. Oh my God!
Please tell me there's another one.
Wow, you saw it, folks, ladies and gentlemen. Memphis Vaughn. Let's have the golf clap for that one. Let's like clap, 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 clap. Good job, buddy. Well, in the meantime, big fight. Game and winning fight possibly here if R5's not careful. Yuki is still in here trying to do all he can. Actually, that's Juna. Downpour gets taken down by Alpha with another double. Alpha's having game of his life, by the way. Duwadna gets jumped on by RR over by his spawn door. So no defensive sticky. Second is going to go. All of R5 is dead. Nosferatu, 55%. This is kind of the make it or break it fight. R5 has to somehow hold here to stay in this game.
I have my suspicions that they're not going to be able to. If we have somebody coming to tell us that they got an air shot that didn't mean anything, the game is probably over. And it looks like we're going to see like the final push here. I hate to, you know, be the Debbie Downer on this one.
No, don't give up. Never give up, never surrender. You're probably right. Well, here comes, they've taken lobby control, have the Madmen. They're just going to go right in. It's the old Blank Uber. He has plenty of rockets this time. He's gone in. Overseer's at 65%. Heavy is coming in from both sides. We're having a little Russia on Russia love. And Alpha and You Must Mike are ducking into that top area again. Actually, Juna and company have held so far, but both heavies are shooting millions of bullets at each other, and they hold.
Was I proved wrong?
You were proved wrong, Star. Everyone's right about you.
I'm so glad that I was too. We still have a chance, guys. Never surrender.
That's right. I had faith, man. My team holding on for now, and actually a great situation for them because Overseer had.
Things are looking pretty good. They're actually going to be able to get to the mid here. I don't know if Madmen are here.
Are there Madmen in this? No,
there are Madmen in the vicinity. They are being held out of mid, so they're not going to be able to get in there quite yet. Looks like they're getting very aggressive. Mela's ready to jump in there. They have the Uber charge. They really probably should take advantage of their advantage right now. You just go. Madmen's been so much better about that, really just getting in when they know they can win a fight, and they're also doing very well right now to pull out immediately.
Well, they've wasted quite a bit of time going in, which means Nosferatu's at 85%, I expect, especially with Yuki going down that. The Madmen are going to try to hold this. The Heavy is still there. Memphis Vaughn, he said, that was my one air shot for the invite season. I'm only playing Heavy. And Downpour goes down. Both scouts down. Chance for R5 to get wiped here. Duwadna and Mela do take down the two rushing scouts to keep their medic alive for now. But R5, I think they wasted too much time, Star. Now they're paying for it back at their second point.
Yeah, that push did seem they hesitated so much. They didn't jump in or anything. It was really baited. They knew it was coming, and they just got ready to get out immediately. It was very well played from Madmen, and they have been playing extremely well this entire match, so no surprise there.
Well, the Heavy is on the second point, and anyone who's ever tried to kill or jump a Spire point that has a Heavy on it, it's tough, because Heavy's pretty good. Trolling everyone on R5. They're back at their last now, but they will have a chance to hold up here. They do have a big Uber advantage, but Star, we really haven't seen R5 want to push this advantage in this situation, so I expect they're just going to hunker down and defend a push.
Duwadna looked like he was getting a little bit antsy, but nothing really is getting done here. They really do have the advantage. I would like to see them push out and just bring it to him, but they still do have that Heavy who's going to be able to stop the jumps. They are coming in now.
Well, they decide to at the very end. Maybe there was another air shot there. I thought I saw an air pipe. I didn't get messaged about it, so and it wasn't, an air shot that anyone in our stream has hit many times in every pub ever. Just a very, very simple air shot, whatever. But there's that red Uber being popped. R5 did get their second point back. I don't know if they can survive this onslaught here. Downpour goes down. Duwadna goes down. That's a lot of their damage output right there. And Duwadna and R5 is going back to last. Mela going the speed of light because he has 4 health left with his equalizer, and the Heavy still alive. He's going to last.
It's still heavy.
He's
Still heavy.
Well,
He's so proud about that air shot. Why don't you just stay on Soldier and try to get another one?
Yeah, and here comes the push into last. Respawn's just coming in now. Pressure on the point. It's over half cap. The Overseer's got Uber Saw out. Downpour doesn't get blank, but I think this might be over. The Source TV is getting a little bit laggy for me now. Here comes Sheep, the last hope.
Sheep, no. You gotta win those.
You gotta win those 1v7s. So I count the heavies like 4. All right, well, GG, guys. Actually, a little more one-sided than I expected, but the Madmen are going to even up their season. Both teams now are 1-1. I was trying to think of a way to say that, but they're both 1-1 now, everybody, which is it's good for the playoff rate. I think there are a lot of teams that are right there in the running, and this was an important match. I think both R5 and Madmen are going to be in the top 6. Remember, top 4 go to the ESEA LAN at the end of the season. So down the line, we could be talking about this match, but GG's. Congratulations to Madmen for their first win in Invite. They were in IM last season. So, Sean Bud, what did you think of the match? 5-1 for Madmen. Did you expect that?
Yeah, I think Madmen plays a little tighter in the transitions. There was a couple moments where R5, they held a push that I didn't think they were going to, but then they made a slight error, pushing in the middle. I think their last Uber in the middle, they could have, I think they had like a full Uber advantage, but there was like a heavy there, and they got forced at the choke, and then by the time Overseer was able to flash in when on point, the Uber was pretty much over, and then they dropped a scout away from the Uber. Pushing into that middle point, it's very important to try and get in clean so you don't get forced. Otherwise, it's too easy for Madmen to just scatter and keep their medic up, and then now they have the advantage. But R5, they played Madmen really close. It was a little closer than I thought in some of the transition fights for sure. I think You Must Mike had a really good game. Alpha looked like he had a really good game from the stats.
Yeah, the stats are up, which
I know at one point it looked like R5 was going to win, and then Mike came in and just made a play. Also, RR, I think it was missed during one of the mid transition fights. I think RR jumped over them and hit a sticky and then a pipe on the medic.
Did he really?
Yeah. It was,
wow.
Why didn't he message us?
Yeah, what? It was like this mediocre play. It was too good to message us for it,
It wasn't an air shot, but it secured him around, I think, so.
Stats are up on the show. By the way, guys, don't go anywhere. We do have an interview. We have not talked to the Madmen yet. Ever, I don't think. We had them on Fully Charged once, blank, or twice, but we have not spoken to them. Anything that jump out of the stats, boys? I'm looking at it. Overseer had 2 drops, which is 2 more than I think she would have deemed acceptable. But the rest of it, nothing really screams low all around, I'd say, I guess. Under 300 for everybody, I guess. I don't know. Is there anything I'm missing looking at these stats?
You're missing everything.
I don't know what the second drop was from. Was it that last where we thought they had 99, but maybe she had it?
She got scattered down by one of the scouts. I think that was it. I know, because I thought she had it when they pushed in. I didn't hear the worst noise in TF2, but apparently it was 2 drops. How dare she? We're getting the Madmen coming in right now. They're the opposite of Mad right now after winning that game. We have blank. We have Blank, the pocket soldier. Alpha's in here, but he has not come in. He has not put the token in. Oh my god, we have a mumble full of Madmen right now. And Memphis Vaughn is here. So why don't we go down the line here? I'll just say your guys, and you can say hello. Maybe we can get used to your voices. It's hard because we don't know who's talking on stream, but we'll do a quick interview here. So let's start with Alpha. Congratulations, Mr. Alpha.
Thank you.
Played really well. You had a lot of points. 67 points. Next on your team was 37. Man. So hopefully you can work the crink out of your back there, carrying heavy loads. Next up is Blank. Hello, Blank.
Hello, cbear.
Hello. And next up is my favorite person in TF2. I probably was a little mean to you by calling out your air shot that you told me about that we saw on stream. Biggest air shot ever, by the way. Frag videos, watch out.
How many of you hit this season, cbear?
That's very true. Thank you. Next up is Nosferatu, who's not... he's muted, so I can't...
Oh, I'm here.
Oh, he's here. Hello, Nosferatu. And then RR, the demo Mang.
Hello.
And Star. No, I'm kidding. Star's
I'm not on the team, actually.
Yet. Pretty soon. You could be on a team like me. We could be on the same team. And You Must Mike, the other scout. Hello.
Hey there.
We have the whole team here. Wow, we never get the whole team. All right, so chat, why don't we go ahead and get some questions if you guys have any for the maddest of the men. We'll get it going. Let's start with Alpha. That was probably your best game that you've played in Invite. What the heck? What'd you eat this morning? For the Wheaties or something? You went pretty crazy. So you had a great game. How'd that feel?
Felt pretty good, because honestly, lately, like in scrims, I've been playing kind of bad.
so we kind of felt good to play, decent.
Yeah. Had that classic game. I always do that against classic mix-up. And you lost that game in overtime. I think you guys are probably pretty disappointed. Had a really good chance at winning that game. Talk about that, I guess. I wanted to get you guys in for that reaction after we just had mix-up. How was that game? Anyone want to answer? Go ahead. That game, is there anything you guys want to say about it? It must have been pretty crazy, the whole game and everything.
It was definitely a really good game. I think both of us made a fair amount of mistakes, but they did a really good job, so can't be too upset with it.
Yeah. Anyone else want to say anything about it? I'm trying to think. That last round, you guys were pushing last. Did that result of that game kind of push you to do better in this match? It's a dumb question, but was there any motivation that came from that game?
What did you do differently?
Yes, there you go. Did you learn from the mistakes or anything? Did it change anything heading into this match?
We just went Badlands before playing this match, so I don't know. I figure we just played the same.
There was a moment you guys were holding your last point. They did the thing that every team in the world does, where they send in their pick guy just to transition from scout to something. And you pushed right away. I was saying on stream, I don't know what they're doing. They're crazy. But obviously that's something that you guys have planned on doing before. You want to talk about that? Something that we haven't seen a lot of? Is that something you guys just do? They suicide one and you force the 5v6?
That's something we're kind of, I guess we used to do it a lot last season, but we've lately cooled off since coming to Invite, but we're trying to pick up our stride again. And we just figured if we push immediately when you sack the scout, that's an Uber exchange that's 6v5, and when the Ubers fade, it's still 6v5, maybe 6v6, but the scout isn't there and he's not buffed yet, so...
Right.
You still have a temporary advantage if you push it.
Yeah, Sean Bub was saying a lot about that. I think that's pretty much his explanation. It was good. Okay, we have questions from the chat. Red TF2 wants to know, Memphis Vaughn, why didn't you shotgun Rome? Why don't you, I guess?
I shotgun Rome. Can you guys hear me?
You got a shotgun when he was heavy.
Yeah. No, I shotgun Rome when the situation presents itself, and there wasn't a lot in here. This one was pretty fast. So, if we are holding last, and if I'm not heavy, I'll go shotgun Rome because I don't need to do 8 rocket jumps in last, things like that. This one was so fast that I really didn't have time to go shotgun.
And why would you? Gumbo, it's pretty strong. Let's be honest here. Okay, Thunder Chucky wants to know. Let's ask RR and the Scouts, because I think you guys were... I think I know the answer. Whatever. Okay, he wants to know, was the strat to focus Duwatna? And it seemed like you guys killed him first at mid at least a couple times, once with Jeff or Memphis Vaughn's big, crazy roamer bomb, and I think you guys just rushed him, Scouts. So did you guys have a plan to try to shut him down early?
No. What happened was, when he came in the middle, whenever he went on his health pack, I'd always just shoot 2 rollers at him, and almost every time it hit him if he went there, and then Memphis, I told Memphis to basically kill him, because he was hurt, so Memphis went and killed him.
Okay.
Yeah, we just shoot at whoever overextends first, and he was pushing up a little too early every mid, so...
Okay. Well,
okay, could you guys actually tell me your favorite character from the show Mad Men?
I was going to ask.
I don't actually watch the show.
Yeah, I don't think anyone watches it.
Yeah, someone asked in chat, do the Mad Men actually watch the show Mad Men? Chachi7777 wants to know. So does anyone actually watch it, or?
I think the first episode. Don Draper. Yeah.
Jeff, by the way, Memphis Vaughn looks just like Dom Draper, Star. If you didn't know, he's always smoking a cigarette too. Okay, asked and answered there. Han Barolo wants to know, RR, how did you change your rollout in response to Seagull killing you, or I guess did you?
No, I just, when he killed me, I kind of, laughed that he killed me, because I wasn't expecting that, but
that was pretty
I didn't
crazy.
really change anything.
That didn't change how you looked at your life, that one kill? Remembering that?
I felt kind of bad, because then we couldn't even go into middle, but besides that, no, I just kind of, laughed.
I'd like to know, if I can ask real quick, what's the idea behind that? Or is it, do you get to the health kit just slightly quicker than the standard rollout?
I don't know, you should ask Alpha that. He's the one who told me to do it. And it was, working alright in scrims, and, nothing was really wrong. But, it was kind of my fault, because I clipped like an edge on rollout, and for some reason in my mind I thought I could still beat him, and yeah, he killed me.
That's a bold-faced lie. The reason he does it is because he can't do the skip, and he
That's what I thought.
No, you normally
I'm the
skip like
best
halfway to that
jumper.
kid anyways. I was a little confused why you were trying to switch it up a little bit, but it seems like the rollout was already pretty optimized.
I'm the best jumper in the
Oh,
game.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah. Okay. I agree with Memphis. All right. Well, if there are any last second questions, I don't want to cut star, underscore, or Shawbutt out. Do you guys have anything else you want to ask?
No, I asked my question. I found out that they're all frauds.
They're all frauds, man. That's a good point. You guys should watch the show at least.
Yeah, you're
it's a
gonna
good
lose
show.
that sponsorship.
I like the chick with the big nose. What's her name? Peggy? Yeah, I like her. She's cool. All right, Sean, any other questions?
It seemed you guys had a pretty successful last pushes a couple times. You guys, what do you generally try to focus when you're pushing in on process last? Because I know a lot of teams have been struggling with that lately. Do you focus more on just getting kills, or I know the one round they rotated away from you like all the way in the lobby, and they just seemed like they kind of counter blobbed you. Do you try to like blob up and just push one side, or do you try to pick some people or get cap time, or what?
Well, that team was really easy to push into because they had one person and the sniper on the right all the time. So I just took a buff and walked in, and I think 2 of the 5 rounds we won just off of a pick there. So we try to get in right if it's free, and then kind of get on to point after we get some favorable damage. That's about it.
Cool. All right, I have to ask. Then we'll do shoutouts. Alpha, what the hell was that one round? You like shot 8 shots at people and then you hid behind upper or whatever you call it, the attic, or I'm sure you guys have some swanky invite Illuminati name for that upper area, but you just sat there and then you're like, I guess I could just win the game. But that must have been just one of the most random backcaps of your life.
I thought I was gonna die if I was getting out, so I was like, I might as well just hide here and shoot whoever jumps at me. And then I saw they were pushing up, so I'm like, oh, sure, I should cap. So it kind of worked.
I may have said something dumb or inappropriate during that. That's okay. No one will ever watch the VOD. Okay, well, that is it for today. Thanks to everyone for an awesome Sunday cast. We have so many people that are going to do shout-outs, so we're going to start with the A's and go all the way down through the alphabet here. So, Alpha, you just answered best back cap ever. You shot your load, or whatever the dumb thing I said.
I'm the person who made
That's
it
right.
worse.
That's very good. Sean Bud, Alphabet. I love it. Okay, Alpha. Shout-outs.
Shout out to Tryhards. They're awesome.
Quick and easy blank shout-outs.
Shout out to Madman. Shout out to Clanana, Mr. Slim,
Yeah.
everyone casting this game, and all the clowns out there in chat.
Oh man, it wasn't as bad. I think if we would have told people at start, like, I don't know, Star, I don't want to say anything back because like you're the man and you're following fine, but sometimes when like the tip of the hat's check got a little crazy with the
Oh no,
weirdness.
you can completely blame me. I'll take full responsibility.
I didn't see a lot of Star hate, but to be honest, you guys, I don't know.
No, see, they got it out of the way early. It has to happen once per stream, and they got it out of their system early on. So
That's true. It's like, who's this Star guy? He makes YouTube videos. Can't cast a damn game. That's what they all sound like, by the way. They're Muppets. Okay, Memphis Vaughn, shoutouts.
Shout out to Clanana Banana, you guys for casting, Big Defy, and Snoopy. Rest in peace.
Yeah, didn't cheat though. Nosferatu. Oh man, we didn't get to say anything to you, man. You've been impressing us casters with your medicing ability. So there you go. That's the compliment. You don't get to say anything else except for your shoutout.
All right. Well, shout out to Snoopy because he thinks he's good. Shout out to Schnell and everyone who watches us play.
Okay, that is all of you. Shout out to everyone. Nosferatu, class act.
Yeah.
Okay, R. Every time I say your name, I think of a pirate, and I want you to give a shout out now.
Alright, shout out the Cheddar Good Ratio, shout out to Claire for sponsoring us, and shout out to everyone who supports us and watches.
Damn, Clananana is getting more shout outs than anyone. Alright, so last of the madmen to do a shout out is you, Must Mike.
Shout out to Tim Lays the Pipe and Wanna Gaming. Shout out to Claire if you want an MG, surf, jump, or a b-ball. Play on the IT servers, they're really great. tf2jump.com for all your jumping needs.
Damn.
That's about it.
That's really good. That's better than anything that any other player. You Must Mike, you are the shout out MVP. Congratulations. All right, so let's go to Sean Bud next. Thank you so much for joining us. You actually, with the long pause and some of the other stuff, got to say more than our invite guests usually gets to. So thank you so much for joining us, buddy.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. I have
Any
no other
shout-outs?
shout-outs. Thanks for the invite. I enjoyed it.
Shout out to
Shout out to
Wasteland.
Star. Hi, Star.
Oh my
Good to
god,
see you
Sean
casting.
Bud, is that you?
No, I'm glad you were casting. You really bailed me out during Tip the Hats, and I think everyone likes you casting. I know I do, anyways. Even if your competitive insight isn't what some people, would. I don't know. I didn't see any trash talk or anything coming through chat, but I enjoy your casting and I really like your participation in TFTV
I
cast.
appreciate TFTV like asking me to cast. This is the first time I've ever cast an invite match, so I don't feel like I was 100%, but I appreciate the offer of having me here today. So thanks.
Yeah,
everybody.
hopefully we can do more. I know we're still looking all the time for more casting help, and if Slyn isn't here, Slyn casts everything.
There
So-
were early plans for me and Mela to cast some matches.
That
but
should definitely happen,
That
'cause you
will
guys
happen
are
one day
awesome.
eventually. I don't know when though.
You know what? No, it said it. Everyone, you heard it. Mark it down. You demand the Mela Star cast. Thanks, Star. We'll see you next week for Mela and Star do tee up 2. No,
Yeah, we're gonna cast Runaway 5. It'll work out great.
it was like he'll be screaming at Overseer during the game. No, I don't know. He doesn't do that. Probably. Maybe a little bit. All right, Star. I have to echo what Sean said. It's great to cast with you. The man did great. I don't want to hear anyone say anything other than that. Any shout-outs for you? Even though you're by far the most famous person in here, you can still...
Shout out for me.
Yeah.
Once again, I have to shout out Mela being better than Downpour and Cole just because no one would ever shout him out. Like I feel like he needs that.
Yep. All right. Well, thanks again to Star. Oh, wait. Who did I forget? Man, there's one guy, TrukTruk, I have to say, the red TF2 is your biggest fan. I've been just kind of looking at chat, and this guy is like, cbear shout out TrukTruk. Where's a TrukTruk shout out? Let TrukTruk cast. Like, you know what? He is like TrukTruk. If TrukTruk did not exist this season and the last 3 months of TFT would be a joke. He streamed all of Tip of the Hats. Guy's the best, all right? Every time I cast, I give him some stupid nickname and call him the best. I'm not just throwing it out there lightly. He's the best. So shout out to TrukTruk because he's so good.
Sometimes when you're casting and you're talking about someone and you look over at the stream playing on like your other monitor, the camera's on him.
Yeah.
It's magic.
And you're like, man, I want to see what this guy's gonna do. 2 seconds, like he's already there, catching stuff that I missed. So TrukTruk is the man. Big shout out. Is that enough for you, Red? Am I okay there? You want me to keep going? He loves me, no homo. Okay, well that's fine. At least she's not a homo. Oh. No, I'm just kidding. All right, everybody, we'll see you this week for Badlands. Should be fun. Probably cast one of these 2 teams, and it should be good. Shout out to everybody else, and y'all have a good night. We'll see you Tuesday, maybe. I don't know. Good night.
Bye.